What's up, guys? Tyler Williams here, about to take you through a little bit of my chest workout. Starting out with just some flat bench. I've already done a few sets, few warm-up sets, 135, just kind of repping it out, getting the muscles loose. Normally I do a lot of push-ups and pull-ups as my everyday warm-up prior to starting anything, just get the blood flowing if I'm going to be working legs or anything like that day. Typically we'll go and get on the bike or something for about 5 minutes or so. Starting off with just flat bench, like I said, we're at 225, going up to 275 now. Not really working on going super slow, just kind of getting the muscles firing, working on the fast twitch muscles, keeping it moving. Okay, now we're going into some reverse grip bench. Doing the reverse grip really helps you isolate, kind of squeezing on the inner side of your chest. I know a lot of people try to say that there's not really a way to isolate the inner part of your chest, but I don't really believe that's true. I think a lot of any muscle isolation purely has to do with your mental focus on that muscle and just hitting it in a way that can allow it to stretch and contract. Also, doing reverse grip really helps with hitting your upper chest and helping develop that separation. Here we're going into some inclined dumbbell bench press. The angle for the incline, a lot of people think that you need to have a really steep angle. The most I usually go up to is about 45 degrees. But really I like about 30 degrees is pretty ideal for hitting just the upper chest and keeping a lot of the weight off of your shoulders. Here I'm going pretty slow, keeping it a pretty steady tempo. It's really important on the way down to control the weight. I know watching my bench press video earlier, doing just flat bench with the barbell, you'll see when I was doing like the 225 I was going pretty quick. But like I said, that's just mainly just to get the muscles warmed up. But when I'm actually looking for the development and to tear the muscle fibers, you really need to go slow, control the weight the whole way down. You never want to have a point throughout your rep to where you're just blasting through a spot and getting through your weak spot. You want to find out where your weak spots are by going slow and controlling the weight, and to help develop those weak spots to make them no longer a weak spot anymore. Here's the hundreds, just finishing up on those. You can see at the very last rep, I did those fairly smooth and quickly, nothing like where it's really fast, where it's not a good rep, but at the very end you'll notice a lot of times I like to do a negative at the very end of the set, just to help really make that muscle work on the very last rep of it. Here we're doing some close grip incline presses. Started off with the 40s just to kind of warm up. These feel really good. Mainly you just need to, on all chest exercises, it's really important to keep your back tight. Keep your shoulders back and your chest puffed out as far as possible. So on these, that applies as well. Trying to keep your chest puffed up, keep the weight off your shoulders as much as possible. You are going to feel it burning a little bit doing these in your front delts. Typically front delts are kind of a weak spot for some people, but for me I'm the opposite. I've always had kind of a weak chest and big front delts, so I'm trying to do as much as I can to isolate the chest now and keep making it grow. So keep the back tight, keep the chest exposed, and really work on the contraction at the top. Here we go. I went up to 75 on those, but you just don't get to see it. Here we're doing some just normal cable chest flies. Here I'm going pretty low with it, bringing it down towards my waist, kind of angling the grips in, almost bringing my palms together. Really, I think that cable flies are really important just because it keeps that constant tension. You can really feel the squeeze even when you're at the end of the rep. And when you're stretched all the way back out. I think that they really have contributed to the development of a lot of the striations in my chest that I'm starting to see. I think they just feel really good. I can really feel my chest getting a really solid pump when I'm doing cable flies. It's probably top 3 favorite chest exercise for me. We do lots of variations of them. I'm not sure in this video, I don't think that we really did a whole bunch of different types, but typically I'll do a lot of incline stuff as well, seated seated incline cable flies and things like that. Here you can see I'm doing some single arm cable flies. This just allows you to really, reach your arm across your body maybe a little bit farther than you would if you're extending both arms at the same time. And it also allows your mind to just really focus on the one side of your body contracting. It's really, really important. I can't stress enough the mind-muscle connection that you need to have throughout every single exercise that you do, and really work on the stretch, the contraction, the stretch, the contraction, and staying focused on that. Yeah, we don't know what Jacqueline was doing there. This is one of my favorite machines. It's actually a new machine we just got up at the gym. It just feels really smooth. It feels really nice. It's a really natural motion, and it just really I like the way that the actual seat is on it, and you can raise the seat up as well, and sometimes you'll see in future videos that I like to raise the seat up pretty high, and I almost even don't sit down on it. I'll kind of just stand and put my back against it, and you can do these reverse grip as well, and really feel the isolation in my upper chest and some squeezing on the inner part of my chest. But just doing these regular seated, they're awesome. Like I said, just keeping your back tight, making your chest exposed. See here, you can see that I'm actually not fully seated. I'm a little bit higher. It just gives it a different feel, and you can feel the stretch differently on your chest. And it's just important to constantly mix it up and always be doing something different, even with the same exercise. You can do the same exercise slightly different ways and make it hit your muscle completely different. So the most important thing with exercising in general is just always mixing it up. Muscle confusion, keep your body guessing. Your body will get used to doing the same movements over and over and over and over, and it'll be harder to find results by doing them like that. It's really important to keep your body guessing. But that was just some of the clips from our chest video today. Got a lot more content coming soon. Most of the time my chest workouts have a lot more volume than what you guys just saw, but don't want to spoil you with all the content too early, so keep coming back. We'll have a bunch of new good stuff coming soon. Stay tuned. I'm out.